Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with Kamal Mohammed, the owner and director of Acti-Kare in-home responsive in-home care here in Pensacola. And we just had a ribbon cutting with you. It's really exciting that you all are joining the Chamber of Commerce and then also adding to just the services that are available here in Pensacola. So Kamal, I'd love for you to go ahead and talk about you, how you ended up in Pensacola, and then also what brought you into this business.
Well, my father, in short, my father.
Uh-huh.
My father, he was in and out hospitals for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And he was going to rehab facilities every time he go to hospital. And I saw there's a need in service in that field. There's a lot of people, they love to stay home. They don't want to, like my father, he didn't want to go to a nursing home. Of course, we wouldn't allow it either. So we want to take care of him at the house. And I'm sure a lot of family members love to do the same thing for their loved ones because seniors in that phase, especially who faces dementia or Alzheimer's, they uncertain of what's going to happen down the road. So they are a little bit afraid. They don't want to go to a place where they've never been. They're already afraid of they don't know the outcome. So they rather to stay in home or their loved ones where they feel safe, secure, and they deal with people that they know.
Yeah, so the reason why you got into this was really close to home because you saw the experience with your father.
Absolutely.
And I know that especially with everything that happened with the pandemic, sometimes you didn't want to send your loved one to to a rest home or to a nursing home or whatever place where you couldn't control the environment and also make sure that they were safe and healthy. Well, that's fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and talk about Acti-Kare, responsive in-home care, and what you all do exactly and why someone would need the service that you all provide.
Well, we do it at home at their own convenience. They don't have to go to a place where they don't know anyone. They still have their flexibility to do the things that they normally do. They still familiar with the things that they have around the house. So for them to stay in the house, it's healthier for cognitive wise. We try to hire we really vet the caregivers that comes with us. We want to make sure that they are in the business for the right reasons.
I see.
So I'm very, very picky who comes in our team because we go through 2 levels of interviews, one on the phone, but then next one in person, and we look for the motive why they in this industry to begin with.
Oh, right.
If they don't have the compassion, and they don't have the why they in the business other than it's a job, then probably it's not the right team for us. So I'm looking for the seniors locally as if they were my parents. What would I want for my parents? This is the same thing when it comes to hiring, how other people want for their own parents too. So I make sure I vet the people that they come with us.
I think that's really important for someone who is going to be hiring someone to come into their home or into maybe a loved one's home and offer that care for a person.
Absolutely.
Now, you had mentioned seniors. Is there any sort of age barrier of individuals that you only serve, or did you just find yourself serving more seniors? So if someone's younger and maybe they've got special needs, is that something that you also
we
can
do have clients, actually, they're younger in their 20s and they just had an accident. And we end up serving them. We serve not only seniors, anybody disabled people too. Anybody that they have disability, whether they born that way or we do, of course, non-medical, so it's non-medical.
Right.
But anybody, whether they're born that way or they had an accident down the road and make made them incapable of doing the
I see.
daily activities that they normally do, like hands-on care, like washing themselves, bathing, showering, dressing, feeding, just cleaning up around the house. So the caregivers that we have, they are bonded and insured. And not only that, we do check level 2 background check.
Okay, good.
So
good.
we make sure that they don't have any bad records. On the top of that, really it comes down, and this is one of the most important thing, is why they in the business for, why they chose this field.
Right.
And I'm sure we all experienced in the past, you know, you go to hospital, nursing home, and you find some people that they don't belong to the business.
Sure,
I'm gonna say it out loud because let's put everything in perspective.
Right.
A lot of people in the business, but they don't belong there. We all experience people that went to hospital. We went to hospitals before, nursing homes for our loved ones, and we find out that that there's some portion of them, a good portion, that they just they're not in there for the right reasons because it takes them a while to serve the seniors, in the facility. And when you call them for something, they probably act like, dragging their feet, it takes, a huge, calling, a huge amount of people to keep calling them to do the things that they're supposed to do naturally. And I believe, doing it at home, where the seniors deal with less people, is only one-on-one person rather than they deal with multiple people, multiple personalities. It's just more efficient, especially, when you deal with people, hospice patients or, toward the end of their life, they really don't need family or the client themselves. They don't need that stress.
Right. And trust is a big factor.
Trust. You deal with one person, you're not dealing with multiple personalities. If this caregiver not matching up with the personality of the client or the family, they also can tell us, okay, we can match him with someone who's better as far as personality. So you have the flexibility of working with less people rather than more people. It'll be chaotic kind of like you see in some other facilities that, for seniors.
Yeah. So, is there a minimum amount of time when someone wants to take advantage of your services, or do they need to, sign up for is it like a contract? Like, how does that work? What's that experience like?
That's a great question. We have minimum 4 hours.
Okay.
Basically, we sign an agreement. It's not even a contract. It's an agreement. They can tell us like 24 hours before if somebody decided to quit the service, like, we don't need the service anymore.
Okay.
It's not, you're not obligated. It's not like life sentence.
Okay.
You sign the contract, they stuck with you for a year or no. It's just an agreement to protect the client. It's more than anything else. Their rights, for example, in that agreement, is like how much they pay per hour.
I got you.
How much would we take deposit from the client? So for us to reimburse them that back if they finish the service.
Sure.
It's just, details of the, where the agreement is.
Okay.
But you're not obligated to stay if you decide, down the road that you're doing well and the client doing well and they don't need the service anymore.
So that's good to know. I mean, there could be so many opportunities where you could use a service like this. Maybe it's someone where they have outpatient surgery or something, and they just need some temporary care at the house for maybe a few weeks, and that's something that you all can provide, or even just extended care that goes for a longer period of time to have that in-home care.
Absolutely.
So now I'm kind of getting a picture of what you all are offering. Well, that's fantastic. Well, Kamal, is there anything else that you want to, tell our audience or anything before we go ahead and wrap up with the details on how to get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Just I want to say that through the pandemic, through 2020, it was a hard year for a lot of people, but it was more so for the seniors more than anybody else for a lot of factors. First, that they were more vulnerable to the virus as far as, the effect on their health.
Mm-hmm.
and in the facilities where they locked them down for a while. So they were a little bit overlooked, the seniors. And it's more so now than ever that they need us, to look out for them and to take care of them, because just of that year that they were really, I mean, there were a lot of seniors that they passed away from the virus. So I think they need our help now more than ever, and our job to provide the right people to take care of them. And that's where it's at. And just have the right people to take care of them. The right caregivers, the right people that they have the right mindset and heart for them.
Well, that's great news to hear. It definitely sounds like, because of where this came from and why you're doing it, this means more to you than just a business. This is not just a business. No. You're passionate about, the service that you're providing and why that quality of care is so important. What is the best way for people to get in touch with you if they want to contact you and find out more information? Well,
they can reach us at our Facebook page, and also our phone number, business phone number. And also they can look us up at our website.
All right, awesome. And one thing I wanted to point out was on the Facebook page, I'm going to go ahead and throw that up one more time. It's not Acti-Kare Responsive In-Home Care, but it's at Passion Senior Care. So that again is at Passion Senior Care. You might be able to find it by searching for Acti-Kare Responsive In-Home Care, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows that that's what the handle is. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the website and the telephone number one more time, so you can contact them at both of those sources, and you can get in touch with Kamal's team, and they can go ahead and get you set up to give that quality care for your loved one, or maybe even for yourself. And by the way, just welcome to the Pensacola Chamber. Thanks for joining the business community and offering your support for all the things that we do as well.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Okay, everyone, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.